Did you know the average credit card interest rate is now over 20%? That's a huge jump, making your variable debt feel like a runaway train. This video will show you exactly how those high interest rates are inflating your minimum payments and ballooning your total debt. We'll demystify the impact, 1 percentage point at a time. If you find this helpful, consider subscribing for weekly breakdowns like this. Let us know your biggest question about managing debt in the comments below. Right now, if you have a credit card, a personal loan, or a home equity line of credit, you're likely feeling the strain of persistent high interest rates. These aren't just abstract numbers. They directly translate to higher costs on your variable rate debt. Think of it like this. Every additional percentage point the Federal Reserve raises rates adds to the interest you pay. For example, a 1% increase on a $10,000 credit card balance can mean an extra $100 in interest charges each year, significantly impacting your minimum payment and how much you owe over time. This growing burden can feel overwhelming, but understanding the mechanics is the first step to taking control. This is educational content, not financial advice. The current economic climate presents a significant challenge for many, with persistently high interest rates making variable rate debt a growing concern. Understanding precisely which financial products carry these fluctuating rates is the essential first step in regaining control. This includes common obligations like credit cards, personal loans, and home equity lines of credit or HELOCs. Consider a credit card with a variable APR. If the benchmark interest rate rises, so does the rate on that card, directly increasing the cost of carrying a balance. For instance, a 1% increase in a benchmark rate can translate to hundreds of dollars in additional interest payments annually on a substantial credit card balance, according to the Financial Consumer Protection Bureau. Did a recent rate hike seem to come out of nowhere, impacting a personal loan or HELOC payment unexpectedly? That's the nature of variable rates. They are typically tied to an index, like the prime rate, which can move up or down. This makes budgeting for these payments more complex than with fixed-rate loans. Identifying every such obligation is crucial. This awareness allows for a clear picture of the total variable debt exposure, paving the way for informed management strategies. Persistent high interest rates in June 2026 are making variable debt, like credit cards and personal loans, considerably more costly. This increased expense can significantly impact monthly budgets and the overall debt repayment timeline. Consider this. The average American household carries over $15,000 in credit card debt. For those with variable rates, even a small rate increase can translate to hundreds of dollars in additional interest annually. So what's the first proactive step? Directly negotiating with lenders for a lower interest rate. This isn't about demanding. It's about presenting a compelling case. Gathering key information is crucial. This includes a clear understanding of current loan terms, a history of on-time payments, and perhaps even quotes from other lenders offering better rates. Did you know that some studies suggest borrowers who negotiate can see average rate reductions of 1 to 3%? When approaching a lender, a calm, respectful, and data-driven conversation is most effective. Frame it as a desire to continue a positive financial relationship, but at a more sustainable cost. It's akin to discussing a contract renewal where market conditions have changed. While not every negotiation results in a lower rate, the potential savings make it a worthwhile endeavor. Persistence and preparation are key to unlocking these opportunities. Persistent high interest rates can make carrying credit card debt feel like an uphill battle, especially with rates often exceeding 20% APR. This is where a strategic balance transfer can offer a lifeline. Consider it like moving your high-interest debt to a temporary, lower-interest holding area. Many offers provide 0% introductory APR for 12 to 21 months, a significant saving compared to standard rates. For example, transferring $5,000 from a card at 22% APR to a 0% offer could save over $1,000 in interest during that introductory period. However, this strategy comes with crucial considerations. A common balance transfer fee is 3% to 5% of the transferred amount. This means a $5,000 transfer could incur a fee of $150 to $250. Is it worth it? It depends entirely on the ability to pay down the principal within the promotional window. What happens if the debt isn't cleared before the 0% period ends? The remaining balance typically reverts to the card's regular, often high, variable APR. According to the Federal Reserve, average credit card interest rates in early 2024 hovered around 22.7%. Failing to pay off the debt means that high rate could quickly negate any initial savings. Therefore, a robust repayment plan is essential before initiating a transfer. When tackling debt, sometimes the most powerful tool is psychological momentum. This is where the debt snowball method shines. It prioritizes paying off debts from smallest balance to largest, regardless of interest rate. Imagine a small snowball rolling down a hill, gathering speed and size. Each debt paid off is like that snowball growing, building confidence and motivation. For instance, a study by Dr. Jill Sunderman found the snowball method resulted in higher completion rates for debt reduction plans compared to the avalanche method, due to these psychological wins. The process is straightforward. List all debts, order them by balance from smallest to largest, and make minimum payments on all but the smallest. Throw any extra funds at that smallest debt until it's gone. Then, take the money previously allocated to that debt and add it to the payment for the next smallest debt. This creates a snowball effect, where the payment amount grows with each debt eliminated. This strategy can be particularly effective for individuals who are feeling overwhelmed and need to see tangible progress quickly. When tackling multiple debts, the debt avalanche method offers a mathematically superior approach. This strategy focuses on paying down debts with the highest interest rates first, while making minimum payments on all others. Consider two debts, one with a 15% interest rate and another at 5%. The avalanche method directs any extra funds towards the 15% debt. Why this focus? Because those higher interest charges are the real drain on financial resources. For instance, a $10,000 debt at 15% interest accrues significantly more in interest charges each month compared to a $10,000 debt at 5%. Over time, this difference compounds substantially. The U.S. Government Accountability Office reported in 2023 that credit card interest costs alone can add hundreds, even thousands of dollars annually to household expenses. By systematically eliminating the most expensive debt, the avalanche method minimizes the total interest paid over the life of the loans. This results in a faster path to becoming debt-free and more money saved in the long run. It's like plugging the biggest leak in a boat first. It stops the most water from coming in. When interest rates remain elevated, as they have been through mid-2026, consolidating multiple debts can offer a strategic path to reduced costs. This involves combining several high-interest balances, like credit cards or personal loans, into a single, potentially lower-interest loan or a home equity line of credit, HELOC. Is this always the best move, though? Qualification criteria are key. Lenders will assess credit scores, income, and existing debt-to-income ratios. For instance, a strong credit score, generally above 670, significantly improves the chances of securing a favorable interest rate. However, a crucial consideration arises when using assets, such as a home, as collateral for a consolidation loan or HELOC. While this can unlock lower rates, it also introduces risk. Defaulting on a secured loan means risking the loss of that asset, a stark contrast to unsecured credit card debt. Furthermore, common consolidation mistakes can undermine the strategy. One pitfall is continuing to accrue new debt on the freed-up credit lines, effectively negating any savings. Another is opting for a longer repayment term without fully understanding how it impacts the total interest paid over time. For example, extending a 5-year loan to 10 years, even at a slightly lower rate, could result in paying more interest overall. Ultimately, debt consolidation is most beneficial when it leads to a demonstrably lower overall interest cost and a manageable repayment plan, without adding undue risk. Persistent high interest rates, like those seen in June 2026, can make variable rate debt feel like a relentless tide. Credit cards, personal loans, and HELOCs are all susceptible, with payments swelling as rates climb. This economic climate underscores the critical need for robust financial strategies. But what if there was a way to regain control? Proactively negotiating with lenders can sometimes yield lower interest rates, a powerful first step. Additionally, understanding when a balance transfer might be beneficial, though requiring careful consideration of fees, can offer temporary relief. Once immediate relief is explored, proven repayment strategies come into play. The debt snowball method, focusing on paying off smallest balances first for psychological wins, and the debt avalanche, prioritizing higher interest debts to save money long-term, offer distinct paths. Choosing the right method often depends on individual financial psychology and goals. To prevent future reliance on costly variable debt, reinforcing fundamental budgeting skills is paramount. Furthermore, establishing a solid emergency fund acts as a crucial buffer. Think of it as a financial safety net, preventing unexpected expenses from derailing progress and forcing a return to high-interest borrowing. Building this foundation is key to lasting financial stability.